All right, here is the next little trick. One of the basic functions in many of the showmanship patterns is that you are going to have to stop with your horse's butt in line with the judge so that you can turn. So, you know, you go here, straight in front of me, come back, and you're going to have to then turn so that you end up with making a straight line to the judge. So that's a little tricky, but not if you count. So you'll watch as Mary's going to walk down here. Each horse is different and each person's stride is different. So that person has to get used to the fact that when they walk past the judge, you walk past the line in front of me, you're going to take 2 or 3 more steps, and that's your hoe. And that is where you stop for the horse's hip to be in line with the judge. Okay, so Mary, go ahead, let's give this a try. Mary is, I'm not gonna lie, and Mary will tell you, Mary struggles with this. Okay, so Mary's gonna get in front of me. 1, 2, 3. Mary probably took 1 step too many. When she goes to turn, Mary, go ahead and turn her, and we're not gonna worry about whether or not she does a perfect pivot. Okay, but do you see how Mary's in front of me, not the horse? Okay, so Mary, just go back and do that again. So this time when you get in front of me, go 1, 2, stop. Okay? But in your patterns where you have to end up in front of the judge, it's very important that you've practiced you and your horse's number of steps past the judge line to be able to get your horse in that perfect position. Okay, so here comes Mary. Mary's now in front of me. 1, 2, stop. All right, in that particular case, what happened was her horse took an extra step. So when we're working on this stopping, we have to make sure that our horses stop exactly when we ask them. Because if you look at this and you're looking, you will see that her right back leg is further forward, so she's going to end up on the off side of the straight line to the judge. So go ahead and turn, Mary. Pull forward a little, Mary. Okay, so she ended up with Mary in front of me, in front of her in front of me. So we're going to give this one more try. And I thank Mary for being a sport about this, because this is something she has struggled with. And I'm certain many of you are going to struggle with the same thing. When you are showing, if that happens, just walk a straight line to the judge. Don't make a big swerve to get them in front of the judge. Make that straight line and just drag them so that they end up in front of the judge. All right? Okay, so we're gonna watch. There's directly in front of me. Mary's right in front of me. 1, 2. You still went too far.
What?
You still went too far.
Still too far?
Yep. Yep. So go ahead and pivot and don't let her, okay, go ahead and pivot. And Mary's got a green horse, so that's why she's not turning in the 270s yet perfectly. But see then how Mary just kind of gently walked her horse, so she ended up in front of me? So that's your practice. And look at that setup. Once again, if you practice so that you know that your horse knows that when you stop, they set up. Look at how she set up for herself. So what she may have lost in a point of not being in front of the judge, she's going to plus in that setup. So we'll revisit this, but another thing for you to practice on. Thanks a lot. Have a nice evening.